It was never going to be an easy chat, but at least as G20 leaders prepared for dinner, Syria was no longer the elephant in the room. It was the centrepiece for discussion and debate. On the key question of proposed military action, David Cameron has no hand left to play, but made a decent fist of not looking too deflated. While unable to offer active support to Barack Obama, the Prime Minister aimed to buttress his arguments in what proved to be a polite but predictable tabling of entrenched and opposed positions.
Some people will never be satisfied with...
Do you think that includes President Putin?
Well, I haven't yet seen any evidence that Russia will change their position at the United Nations. But the best way of doing this, of course, is to have a UN resolution, a condemnation of Syria, a backing for all necessary measures to be taken.
The handshake between David Cameron and Vladimir Putin was not the warmest at this summit. The two men don't see eye to eye on a host of issues, but nor have they yet descended to the Arctic level of US-Russia exchanges. However, remarks attributed to Vladimir Putin's spokesman threatened to throw a bit of a spanner into the works. It's said that Dmitry Peskov described Britain as just a small island. No one pays any attention to them.
The whole story's a bit odd because one thing we know is that this remark didn't come from one of the G20 press conference halls. In fact, it wasn't made in St. Petersburg at all. It seems to have emanated from some sort of press briefing earlier on in the week that no one at the time chose to report. Anyway, it is perhaps worth pointing out that the Russian position generally about the British parliamentary vote was that it was great news because it undermined the move towards military action.
The hosts pulled out all the stops with a sound and light show stretching into the small hours. After this spectacle, the Russian president found time to meet David Cameron, who wants help to facilitate humanitarian aid in Syria. You'd hope to be able to forge agreement on such a pressing subject, but given the divisions at the top table, it might be wise not to bet on it.